Okay. I don't get it yet, but this morning, what's been going on with me is number games. So that's what I'm going to call it, number games. I woke up early. I always wake up early. Way earlier than I'd like to, but it's the norm, and I'm used to it, and it's okay. Numbers going through my head. Numbers. I woke up with a number, 234, and I couldn't remember what connected me to the 234. As soon as I started thinking about it, whatever it was there was gone. Happens with you too, I'll bet. We don't understand a lot of things. I rolled over and looked at the clock when I got that 234 number. And the clock was 4:22. I get a lot of double numbers these days, whether they're double twos, double threes, double 11s, even double 11s, double fours, double fives. I don't get any double sixes or double sevens. Wonder why. It's because most of them come on the clock, I think. 234. Pondering, what the hell does that mean? What does it mean? I was told it was my number. Why is it mine? I didn't get an answer to that one. But of course, 234 is 9. 9 is completion. This is the 9th wave. It's the completion module. So, since I woke up, my meditation has been mostly around numbers. And I'm going to talk about it, and I don't have any idea what I'm talking about. And I admit that. But it might mean something to somebody else, and maybe I can get a clue from somewhere else in my extended family that stretches around the world and into infinity. God knows where, and I'm sure God does. And sometimes I'll get it. Maybe. So it's got me in a little bit of a humorous mood this morning, as I'm joking around and playing around with these number games that keep popping up in my head. So the one that we all are, the one that is everything, wasn't in my number this morning. And it didn't need to be, because it's understood that everything is one. I already know that. But one wasn't satisfied being one. So it divided, became two, God and Goddess, masculine and feminine. Duality was born from the one. Is it an illusion? I doubt it. Nothing's really an illusion. It's just a label we put on things that we don't understand. And it doesn't seem to, things that don't seem to last forever, we call that illusion or Maya. We say it's not real. Everything's real. Even time, space, it's all real. The two get together and they merge and they become three. The Son of God is born. Call it the daughter of God, I don't care. The third comes out of the two. And they create yet another entity. Call it a four. Four always to me means the world. Four square. Four directions. It's the world. It's physicality. The Word becomes flesh. The Son of God, the Word, becomes flesh. Creates the world. No wonder God so loves the world. I'm rambling because I don't know where else to go. But the whole thing adds up again to completion. 9. 2, 3, 4, 9. And I'm complete in myself, and so are you and you, yourself. Because the 9 is the 1. Completed. But just like the 1 wasn't satisfied, the 9 isn't satisfied either. Because creation is infinite. So it backtracks down into infinity, or 8. And I look at 8. I don't care whether you pile them on top of each other or put them side by side. It doesn't matter to me. But the 9 wants its twin. When it steps back down, just as it stepped up from the 1 to the 2, it steps down from the 9 to the 8. It's crazy stuff I'm giving you today, and I have no clue why. But I'm going with it anyway. So the 9 wants its mate, its twin flame, its partner. I've spent much of my life wanting my partner. Even when I've been in relationships, I still long for my partner because the relationship isn't what I'd like. I say, she's not the one. Something doesn't feel right. Something's not exactly lined up here. I don't know what it is. I can't figure it out. But I know in my gut that something's not right. But it's infinite wisdom, because that's what infinity means to me. It means infinite wisdom. There's no beginning and no end. Everything circles back on itself and keeps circling back and around and around and again, over and over and over. The 8 just keeps continuing. You don't have to lift your pen off the paper when you're forming an 8, and it doesn't matter, again, whether you lay it on its side or the circles are top to top. You can just keep going around and around and around and around, recircling the 2 or 1, which of course is 3. And then I messed around a little bit with 7 and 6 and 5, and I'm not even going to go into that. 5, of course, is quintessential. To me, it always means quintessential. It's the essential 5, but why is it essential? I don't know. I don't know. So I don't know what this is going to do to you. I know what it's done to me. It's created a mystery. And that's what life really is, much of the time, when we voluntarily give up a part of ourself to become something else, a third thing. There's a mystery that ensues, that we give birth to. Something to be figured out, to keep our mind occupied, to keep our curiosity aroused. And I like arousal in lots of ways. Feels good. And I must like the stories and the dramas. We're all drama kings and queens. I mean, let's face it. We wouldn't be facing and creating all the dramas in our lives if they weren't interesting to us. So we create them. To amuse ourselves, to entertain ourselves. It's all a big numbers game. That's what the whole world has been. Financial system, it's all a numbers game. They create numbers with computers. Don't even need to be backed by anything. They call it money. It's a numbers game. It's a Ponzi scheme. Maybe all of creation is a Ponzi scheme. We get mad at the Ponzi scheme creators. Who are they? They are us. They are us. There's no separation in this thing. It's an infinite game. There's wisdom in it when you see the wisdom, or confusion when you see the confusion. What are you going to look for? Something in me says, Ron, choose the fun. Choose the fun. Choose the laughter. Choose the dance. It's a game. Make it fun. Make it exciting. We get to co-create whatever we want this year. That's what it's all about. It's perfection. 9 numbers is all we get. And then a 0. We can zero it all out, if that's what we choose. Start over again. We've done that before. It's only a game. Are we going to do that this time? Are we going to finally say, wait a minute. If we get to create this thing the way we want, why don't we create a continuum that continues instead of a continuum that comes to an end and starts over? That's been my argument with Spirit, with God, for a long time. This annihilation thing doesn't get it with me, God. I tell myself as God, it doesn't get it with me. I want time and space to continue. I don't want there to be any more illusions of worlds coming to an end. I want worlds without end, because that's what I think really happens. I think it is world without end. We dance together. You and I. You and I. We're here to have fun this year. We're here to create a new heaven and a new earth. And all that passes away from the old is the consciousness that we are separate from it, and that somehow it's happening to us instead of flowing from us. That's all that needs to pass away. Everything else we can make over brand new. The financial system, the political system, can eliminate corporations or redesign them as we wish. We can change the whole world. It's our game. It's a numbers game. We're all involved, like it or not. It's a numbers game. Doesn't matter if we're light or dark, we're all involved. Doesn't matter if we're masculine or feminine, we're all involved. It's a numbers game. Let's play with the numbers. Let's multiply and divide, add and subtract numbers. Because it's all us. We are the world, as Michael Jackson sang. It's all us. And it's all love. If we choose it to be. We can choose it to be fear. We've done that. We've played that game. Where does it lead us? What does it give us? Do we like the results? It's up to us to change it if we don't. Because it's only a game. I leave you with that this morning. And as always, I love you. I recognize in you that which is in me. Because you're a game player. So I ask you this morning, are you in with me? Are you willing to play this game of creating a brand new world where everyone gets loved and no one gets left behind? Namaste.